So guys, today is April 22nd and it's gonna be the first day of our formal review for AP Precalculus. Your test will be on May 14 or 13, I'm not sure of the date. 13 is the exact date. So let us have packet number 1 for the review. So we do first multiple choice questions. So the title is multiple choice questions to prepare for the AP Precalculus exam 1. So problem 1 says the function g is given by g of x is equal to 1 minus cosine square x over cosine x times cotangent x. So I'd like you to recall that this is our basis for, so always remember that cosine square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. But look at the numerator, it's gonna be 1 minus cosine. That means we are subtracting both sides by cosine. So we're gonna rename that sine square x is equal to 1 minus cosine square x. Is this clear, guys? So therefore we can do the identity of this. We can change now 1 minus cosine square x into sine square x. There, guys. So we say now from g of x is equal to 1 minus cosine square x over cosine x times cotangent x, we can now say sine. So this is equivalent to sine. So sine square x over cosine x, and then we know that cotangent is cosine over sine, right? So take the identity of cotangent as cosine x over sine x. I do color coding, guys, for you to understand that cosine over sine is equivalent to cotangent, or this is the identity of cotangent. Okay, here, and I can rewrite this. This is cosine square x. That means there are two cosine. There are two signs of it. Sine square x. There are two signs. So I can have I can write this now as sine x times sine x, and then divided by cosine x, and then times cosine x over sine x. Well, you notice right here, guys, anything cancels out, so we can cancel out one of the signs, right? Okay, so we can cancel this sine x and this sine x. What else can we cancel out? The cosine. So the cosine cancels out also. So what is left now is just the sine x. Okay, so it's gonna be sine x, and this is our final answer. So what letter is sine x? It's gonna be letter D. Okay, letter D. So, any question, guys? Please feel guys. So, can you please refrain from talking to each other? I just need you to focus right here. Okay, you have enough time to talk up during lunchtime, but this time let us focus. Okay, please focus yourself for this video. So, problem 2 says, given f of x is equal to x minus 3, which of the following functions results in a horizontal dilation? So, if you have highlighter, guys, can you please highlight horizontal dilation? Oh, no. Sorry. So, I need you to highlight this one, horizontal dilation. So when we say horizontal dilation, it's along the x-axis, right? Now, and what else that we're gonna highlight here? By a factor of 2, okay? Horizontal dilation by a factor of 2. Please highlight that also if you have a highlighter. So that means for the horizontal dilation, scale factor of 2, that means it's being stretched, right, along the x-axis because it's horizontal dilation. So we have this as coefficient of 1, but it says by a factor of 2, that means we do the reciprocal. What's the reciprocal of 2? 1/2, right? Okay, 1/2. So this problem doesn't need solution but critical thinking. We're gonna analyze. Because of this horizontal dilation and by a factor of 2. So if it is factor of 2, that means the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2. Okay. Now that means if it is 1/2, test taking strategy, guys. We're gonna knock this out. Why? Because this is just -2. It's not 1/2, right? Not -1/2. So what are the possible candidates? A and B. Okay, next, word to highlight by a reflection over the y-axis. Reflection. What is reflection? Turns to negative, right? From positive to negative. Okay? So negative, therefore, it's gonna be this one, +3, not -3, because originally this is x plus 3. So this is not the right answer. So it's gonna be letter A. Unless you have questions, guys. Again, this doesn't have. There's no need for us to solve, but we're gonna analyze. Okay. Critical thinking is very important in here. Okay. So highlight this first. Now remember, this is tabular, but it's gonna be different way of writing because usually we are accustomed of doing x, which is n, and then bn is the y, right? But this is written that way. So the first column is column n, and the second column is b sub n, which means if we assign value of 2 as n right here, bn is equal to 4. If n is 2, bn is 4. Do you get me? And it says right here also that if n is 5, b sub n is equal to -5. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay? So, we now say the question right here is, since these options are all b sub n, so we're gonna look for b sub n. That is our unknown. You get me, guys? That's the unknown. And we all know that b sub n, so from here we have b sub n. I'm gonna use b sub n as green, and then is equal to b sub o plus, now the question says selected values of the terms of arithmetic sequence. So arithmetic sequence meaning it has a common difference. But when it says geometric, that is common ratio. Okay, so we use letter D as the common difference, and we use letter R as the geometric ratio. So, which means D times N, right? Okay, so I need you to box this first because this is the one that we're gonna do. But first is to identify what is b of 2. We all know that b of 2, this one, if n is 2, so we say b of 2 is equal to 4. Am I right, guys? Okay, and then we also have b of 5. What is b of 5 in this case? Negative 5. Very good. So negative 5. Okay, so which means to solve for b sub o, we're gonna solve first b sub o by doing b sub o is equal to, what do you think? Plus 2d is equal or minus 4, right? Or we say b sub o is equal to b sub n minus dn. Okay? Is that clear, guys? Plus 2d, okay? Or how we do it, how we write it. Can I just follow the one highlighted in green? This one, the green one. That bn is equal to b sub o plus dn. But what is bn? If we use this one, that means this is 4, right? The b sub 2, okay? B sub 2, which is 4, is equal to b sub o plus now, do we have a common difference? What is our first one? The a is 2, so that means 2d, okay? So 2d or 2n or 2d rather. Our n is 2, n is 2, so that means 2d. They have to write d and then times 2. No need? Is this clear? Okay, next. What's the next one? If we choose 5, so which means this is negative 5, right? Negative 5 is equal to b sub o plus, what is this? So 5d, our n is 5, right? Actually this is dn, but our n is 5, so what comes first when we write this is 5, then the variable, so plus 5d. Okay, so far clear? I just rewrite this one right there, okay? Because So I'll say 4 is equal to b sub o plus 2d, and then we have minus 5 is equal to b sub o plus or minus or plus 5d. And what we do with this one, I want you to recall your algebra elimination with 2 variables. And what to do with this to eliminate? Now remember, the negative 5 equals b sub o plus 5d is the subtrahend. What is the rule of subtraction? We mentally change the sign of the subtrahend and proceed as in addition. So mentally change. So I'm gonna change the sign of the subtrahend. This is the subtrahend. So from negative, this turns to positive. Okay? And from positive, this turns to negative. And right here, from positive, this again turns to negative. Okay, what cancels out here on the left side, right side rather? The b, right? Positive and negative. So we can cancel out b. So b cancels out. So on the left side, you're gonna add 4 plus 5. What is 4 plus 5? 9, right? Okay, 9 is equal now. So what sign prevails right here? The green or the red? The red prevails, right? That means 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So negative 3d. And we are solving for the common difference. We're solving for the common difference. What is the common difference now? We have divide by negative 3 is equal to d. So the common difference now is negative 3. Or if you don't want to show it this way, you can just look here that the common difference, this is our a and this is b. Remember, we had last time in the interval b minus a, right? In the interval b minus a, that means 5 minus 2. What is 5 minus 2? Well, what's the common difference? 2 minus 5. It's negative 3. Okay? So, this is d. Okay. So, what's our next concern? If we solve for b sub o, or we're gonna do b sub o first, that b sub o, which means this one, we're gonna rewrite this one. Okay, we're gonna rewrite is equal to, we have b sub n and then minus d n. Okay, we want to solve for the b sub o. So what is bn? What is bn right here? It's going to be 4. Okay, so we say 4 minus, what is d? Do we have d? Do we have d? Negative 3. So d is negative 3 times n. Okay? So, but what is n? What is n at b of n? What is n right here? N is 2. Here, guys. Okay. So, we say negative 4 minus negative 3 times 2. Clear, guys? Okay? So, what is B sub O? 4 plus 6, right? 4 plus 6. What is 4 plus 6? So, B sub O is 10. Okay? So, B sub O is 10. Do I have to simplify all this? I think you can do mental math now. That B sub O is 10. So, what we are trying to solve is, or to look into is, in the form B sub n is equal to B sub O plus dn. Okay, so final answer would be, I'm gonna use the one, B sub n is equal to B sub O plus d times n. So, B sub n, therefore, what is our B sub O? What is the value of our B sub O? It's gonna be 10, right? 10. So, write down 10. And then, we have, what is our D? It's gonna be negative 3. So, negative 3 and then n. And this is our final answer. So, I need you to look into the options. What is this? What letter is 10 minus 3n? What letter? It's gonna be letter C. Okay, letter C. I'll just draw right here. Is it ready? Now remember, the graph of tangent function is in between the asymptotes, right? The vertical asymptote. So I'll use this color for vertical asymptote. Okay. Remember, the behavior of the graph of tangent function is this way. Okay? Assume that it crosses right here at the origin. This slides. But let's have the behavior of the tangent graph. The tangent graph is between the vertical asymptotes. Okay? And look at this one. What is the concavity from here? What is the concavity? It's gonna be concave down. And this is the point of inflection where it crosses the origin, right? So, I'm not comfortable with this one, guys, but I'd rather draw it perfectly. It will cross right here. Okay? So, I think that graph is better. So, concavity is up. Up or down? Will you agree? Concavity is down. And then right here, this is the point of inflection. After this point of inflection, what is the concavity right here now? Up. So, just look at that one. That what comes first is concave down, and then concave up. In between the vertical asymptote. And then, is it increasing? Yes. So what do you think is the best option? It's going to be the tangent function increases and its graph changes from concave down to concave up. So this is the right one. Okay?